who urged him to stay for a meal. So whenever he came by, he stopped there to eat. 9, she said to her husband, I know that this man who often comes our way is a holy man of God.
Amen.
Let's make a small room on the roof and put in it a bed and a table, a chair, and a lamp for him. Then he can stay there whenever he comes to us. 11, one day when Elijah came, he went up to his room and lay down there. He said to his servant Gehazi, call the Shunammite. So he called her, and she stood before him. Elijah said to him, tell her, you have gone to all this trouble for us. Now, what can be done for you? Can we speak on your behalf to the king or the commander of the army? She replied, I have a home among my own people. 14, what can be done for her? Elijah asked. Gehazi said, she has no son, and her husband is old. 15, then Elijah said, call her. So he called her, and she stood in the doorway. About this time next year, Elijah said, you will hold a son in your arms. No, my lord, she objected. Please, man of God, don't mislead your servant. Final verse 17, but the woman became pregnant the next year. About that same time, she gave birth to a son, just as Elijah had told her.
Wonderful word.
Praise the Lord. Now, if I was to give this passage that we were talking about today a title or a subject, it would be this: what are you willing to do for your miracle?
Yes.
What are you willing to do for your miracle? Because see, we talk about the signs and wonders. We talk about we want God to manifest the glory in our lives. We want to see it. But there's some things that you must do first.
Amen.
And we need to understand that there are some things personally that we all need to do in order. And what are we willing to do to get what God has for us?
Amen.
Huh? Come on now. What are you willing to do?
Amen.
See, here we got a woman here that she knew he was a man of God. She knew that he was a holy man.
That's right.
And she knew that I'm going to make a place for him so I know when he comes, because he bringing the blessing with him.
That's
Amen.
right.
See, this is what we got to understand. He brings the blessing with him because he has God on his side.
Yeah,
so
man.
the first thing we need to do is get connected to who got the blessing.
All right.
And we need to be a part of that.
Yeah.
We need to understand that. Because see, sometimes we get connected to people, ain't no blessing there. And then we
Amen.
wonder why we get sucked out of everything we got.
Amen.
Come on.
Amen.
Come on now. Talk to me.
Come on.
So first we need to understand where's the blessing flowing from. Because it's like a river.
Yeah.
It has to flow. So I got to find out where it's going. So this woman understands that this man of God had what she needed
Amen.
because she wanted a son.
Amen.
And she knew that the only person could do that for her was God. Because you know
That's
why?
right.
Her husband was already old.
Amen.
Huh? Her husband was old.
Yeah.
Now, I looked up the word, before we go to the next scripture, I looked up the word miracle, and this is what it says.
How does one define a miracle? A miracle is an event which the forces of nature, including the natural power of man, cannot of themselves produce, and which must therefore be referred to as supernatural agents or agencies. A miracle is a divine operation that transcends what is normally perceived as a natural law. It cannot be explained upon any natural basis.
Come on now. So that's the definition.
Amen.
So we know that a miracle is something that we can't explain.
Absolutely.
That a man or woman cannot manifest it without God.
right.
because it comes from him.
Yeah.
If you go back to Genesis, you remember when God created the heavens and the earth, that was
Yeah.
a miracle
Amen.
in itself. Because he formed something that was never there.
That's right.
He made something out of something that was never there. Because the earth was all darkness.
That's right.
Amen?
Amen.
So I need you to follow me right now when I go, because see, all these scriptures that I'm about to read gonna connect the dots together for you.
Amen.
Let's go to Samuel chapter 1, verse 8. First Samuel chapter 1, verse 8.
Amen.
Let me know when you're there.
Amen.
Yeah, we can read. You ready? Are you there?
Yes.
Read.
Okay. 1 Samuel chapter 1 verse 8 through 11. I'm reading out of the contemporary English version. Amen. So Elkanah asked Hannah, "Why are you crying? Why won't you eat? Why do you feel so bad? Don't I mean more to you than 10 sons?" When the sacrifice had been offered and they had eaten the meal, Hannah got up and went to pray. Eli was sitting in his chair near the door to the place of worship. Hannah was brokenhearted and was crying as she prayed. 11. Lord all powerful, I am your servant, but I am so miserable. Please let me have a son. I will give him to you for as long as he lives, and his hair will never be cut.
Amen. Now, watch this here. You ready for this? I'm going to show you something. Now, here's a woman that prayed to God because she was broken because she didn't have no children.
Amen.
That's right.
Okay? Now, see, this way you have to understand that in order for, and she was willing to do whatever it took
That's right.
Oh yeah.
to get her miracle.
Amen.
And she knew that the only person could manifest what she wanted was God.
Yeah.
Amen. See, we reach out to so many other people outside of God, thinking they can do what God can do, when we should be reaching for Him
Amen.
instead of individual or person. Because see, one thing is this here: what you really need and what it is that you need in your life, you have to get from the Lord.
That's right.
Can't no man, can't no woman, can't no child give it to you.
That's right.
When it comes to a miracle that you need manifest in your life,
Amen.
you need the realness of God to be showing up in your life. So what are you willing to do to get that? Okay, I got a question for you. Are you willing to, can you press all your problems, your troubles, and your obstacles away to get to your miracle? Can you do that? Can you allow all your problems? Can you press through that? Can you press past all your problems, all your troubles, and all your obstacles in order for God to manifest your miracle in your life?
Amen.
Because we have problems, we have obstacles, we have situations, we have all these things, we have troubles.
Yes.
But what we do is that we forget that the only person that can help us is God.
Amen.
God is the only one can manifest the glory in your life
Amen.
for your miracle to come through.
Amen.
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 Now, go to Luke 8:43.
Amen.
Amen.
Are you there?
Amen.
Luke 8:43, contemporary English version says this: in the crowd was a woman who had been bleeding for 12 years. She had spent everything she had on the doctors, but none of them could make her well. Now, first, before I read the rest of this, first I want y'all to understand this. We ain't talking about no broke woman.
Nope.
No.
We talking about somebody that had a lot of money.
Amen.
But all her money couldn't heal her.
Right.
Amen.
That's right. Amen.
And see, some of us, as people of God and Christians, and we believe that money gonna solve everything, and it's not.
No.
Money is used for a tool to help the kingdom. That's
Right.
it.
Right. That's it.
Once you understand that, then this is when your blessings will start coming, keep coming to you. But as long as we think that money is the answer, then what we're doing is we putting the money before God.
That's right.
Huh?
Give it to us.
And we all know that our God is a jealous God.
Yes.
And he's not going to allow nothing to be before him. Because see, what we do is we'll take things and we'll allow them to be our God.
That's right.
Amen.
Some of us don't look at it that way, but that's what it is.
That's
Yes.
what it is.
So they're saying here is that this woman had spent all her money.
Amen.
So she did everything she had to do, but she found out about a guy named Jesus.
Come on.
Amen.
Huh? And as soon as she came up behind Jesus and barely touched him,
My God.
his clothes, her bleeding stopped.
Amen.
Now we was talking about faith today on the men's prayer line and how important faith and work together,
Amen.
and how Abraham used faith and works to be a friend of God's
Amen.
by putting his son on the altar and sacrificing him.
That's right.
Okay. Now, my thing is this here. Now, we need to understand that all these scriptures here tie together because we're talking about miracles. We're talking about something that somebody wanted and they was willing to do whatever it took to get it. So we go back to, what are you willing to do for your miracle?
Amen.
What are you personally willing to do to allow God to give you what you've been asking him for all your life and what you need? Amen?
Amen.
Where everyone denied it, and Peter said, Master, people are crowding all around you, pushing you from every side. And he said unto the, sorry about that. And everyone denied Peter and said, Master, people are pushing, crowding around you and pushing to every side. So Jesus trying to figure out who touched him. Because see, when they touched him, the virtue out of him came out.
Yes.
Okay? So he felt that. So this woman has so much belief and faith that she didn't have to talk to him. She didn't have to go beside him. She didn't have to know his name. She already knew who he was. All she needed to do, her faith was so strong that she knew that if she touched him, that her miracle was going to come. All she had to do was touch him.
Amen.
And see, this is what we understand. What we don't realize is this here. How important is your miracle to you? How important is it to you to understand that whatever you have to do to get to God, you're going to do that?
Amen.
Because you know that can't nobody else help you.
Amen.
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 Not the church, not the pastor,
Oh, Lord.
not the congregation.
No, amen.
You have to get to God.
Amen.
For yourself.
Hallelujah.
Amen.
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 We need to understand, people of God, today. As we go into this new year, as God manifests himself in each one of y'all lives.
Amen.
And he show you what he's going to do in this earth realm. Because see, there's some of us, God had already ordained us to do certain things.
Amen.
But the reason why it's not happening in our lives is because we're not in the right place we're supposed to be.
Amen.
We're trying to be all over the place.
Amen.
Amen.
So when you spend more time with God and you allow God to speak to you on a personal level, then God will manifest himself in your life.
Amen.
God will show you that he will move any obstacles that you need to be moved.
Amen.
So when people talk about crazy faith,
Oh, yes.
you know, and they look at you like, what is that? That means that you believe anything God says.
I know that's right.
Huh? Come on, Pastor Candy. Come on now. Come on, Pastor Ed. Come on now. I'm talking about crazy faith. I'm talking about believing whatever God says. If that's mine, if God says mine, then it's mine.
That's right. That's right.
Huh?
That's
See, we try to limit God to little bitty things. But he's a big God.
Amen.
Amen.
So when you asking for your miracle, don't ask for something small, ask for something big, because He's a big God. You say you serve a big God, then why is it that you're not asking God for big things?
Amen.
Oh Lord, I want you to pay my bill. That ain't nothing. You can pay your own bills. All you got to do is manage your money, right?
Amen.
Amen.
See,
Amen.
those are the things we need to understand, that there's some things that God has given us provisions to do on our own. The reason why we're not doing them because we're not allowing ourselves to think right. See, it all comes back to the mind.
Amen.